This is awesome. There's someone, thank you, Heather. They've uploaded these. These were the original demos from Jackson's studio, and I've just checked. That was the one with Vic Maile. The story was they started recording the demos with Vic Maile, and Philthy Animal didn't like the drum sound that Vic had got, so apparently Philthy threw a massive tantrum because, as Eddie said, he was going a bit funny at that point. Stormed out and wouldn't have anything more to do with, the producer engineer who'd done like Ace of Spades, a classic album, and that led to Eddie Clark having to take over production. And I've always said, and now I just say that Iron Fist, much maligned album, and even the band themselves, they said the tracks were tired and they're running out of riffs and stuff. Also, the primary thing was because the production was so crap. And listening to these demos of Vic Maile, it's got that bite, it's bright, the energy's off the scale. This could have been another Ace of Spades, in my humble opinion. It's brilliant. Lemmy hated shutting down this track now, playing. He hated it. And I've never been a fan of it. And it's a completely different beast on this. And I'll stick up a link to these other demos. Loser is just... There's layers there. And you can see at one point they need to develop it a bit. I've listened, but that's why they were demos. They were getting, and the Doctor is the one track where I think it's better on the album, because there's just no riff on the demo. It's just one note. It's not even that do 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 do. That sounded like T for two, didn't it? Loser. I'd already heard, the only demo I'd heard was Iron Fist, which again is much better than on the album. Really. It's just such a damn shame, man. Philthy had this strop, and they're all going to pieces. And this is when Lemmy was calling Eddie fancy bollocks, and they were just picking each other and tearing the band apart. So Eddie said we were at the top of our tree, and it was just tanking. Such a damn shame. Someone didn't say, right, guys, they were doing these demos, and you're sticking with this producer Vic Maile because he's fucking awesome like you are, and you deserve each other. You go away, don't see each other for 2 weeks, and then come back and carry on. And Philthy, we're sticking with this producer. Here's some money if you just don't throw a Benny or something, whatever. And they did some instrumentals. Yeah, Rip Saw Tear Down. Oh Jesus! You've always got to sit through the Japanese adverts. Oh, that's all right. It's a short one. Oh no, here we go. There's another one. Let's shout at some food. Really noisy. He says, it's about listening to Motörhead. This one, Rip Saw Tear Down. So they've what am I going to try and turn it down a bit? This is like it's a bit like Lawman. It's got that kind of beat off the Bomber album. But this is one they stuck on. That one Eddie hated it, with all dressed up in armour and stuff. I think Doug Smith, the manager at the time, was trying to get a movie career going. So dressed motored up in armour and helmets, and they come up, it's quite spooky, they come across this sort of woodland with all smoke and stuff coming up, or fog, what we call it. There's no sound to it, so they stuck this track over it, and it's awesome. Rip Saw Tear Down. And they got another one called, what's it? Sponge Cake. And that's really good as well. You see it coming. Oh, you can just hear Lemmy putting lyrics over this baby. Don't know what happened there, why I didn't make the grade, but hey ho. But yeah, damn shame, man. You just see the way. I love Motörhead and all their guises. If they'd just seen it through and carried on, because I can see the development, how they're developing, and yada yada. But it's 40 years ago now. Don't talk about it. Anyway, I'll stick the link into this, the main Motörhead official. I was just actually seeing them actually upload these tracks, but I'll stick the link in anyway and enjoy. Fantastic.